I'm George Reese. I'm 27 years old. I'm from a little town called Hereford, which is on the Welsh border. And I live in North Wales, and I'm studying an undergraduate degree in marine biology and zoology, with the plan to eventually become a filmmaker, specifically a wildlife filmmaker, hopefully. So I'm partly on that journey now. This whole process is helping me towards that, and yeah, happy to be here and happy to be part of Ice Warrior. So I have been an Ice Warrior now since November. I became aware of the project when Ice Warrior Duncan started his new Instagram, Ice Warrior Duncan, and I decided I'd get in touch with him and ask him what it was all about. Instantly liked what I heard or what I saw on the message, and I thought I'd like to get involved with something like that. So I applied, and the rest is history, really. We're chatting with Jim and Sam, and it's been nice to be away for the week for my first taste as an Ice Warrior. I have never been to anywhere in the Arctic Circle, no, anywhere particularly cold. Not many cold places at the moment. This is a new area of the world for me. I've been lucky enough to travel some places, but I haven't really been that far afield. So this will certainly be out of my comfort zone in terms of what I'm used to temperature-wise. But looking forward to the challenge. In terms of training for me, when I left school, I trained as a carpenter. So very practical skills, transferable skills as well. In amongst lots of jobs when living in Hereford, I worked as an outdoor activity instructor for a fairly big independent outdoor company, and there I trained to be an instructor on quad biking, clay pigeon shooting, high ropes, low ropes, team building exercises. So part of that was working with groups, working as part of the team, also the health and safety side as well, first aid and that sort of thing. So in terms of skills that I can transfer to this, that would be the main one that springs to mind, yeah. I've always been aware of climate change. I have been too ignorant to the fact in the past, and maybe I knew I could do things differently to help the fact that the climate is changing. Being on this degree, a lot of it is climate focused at the moment. Climate change to me means that our natural world is changing, and not necessarily changing for the better. And this beautiful planet that we live on is reducing in beauty because of anthropogenic change. So change that humans are making. And it's a sad fact that we could potentially wipe the world as we know it if we carry on the way we are. So something's got to change. Me personally, and as a race, we have to do something to steer the bus and get things back on track in terms of the natural world. As it happens, I've got my second year exams at university, and amongst other things like fundraising, etc. It's more looking like I'm going to be going on the January polar training and advanced polar training, and subsequently the training expedition, which I'm very much looking forward to. It's going to be great to be in a new environment and putting all these skills to the test with what I know to be an amazing team already and amazing leaders. And if I'm lucky enough to go to the Arctic next February and be part of that the POI, Pole of Inaccessibility, I would be well chuffed. I'd be over the moon. And so yes, the answer to your question is I'm very much looking forward to that too, yeah. How can people help to support Ice Warriors? So if people can share the project, let people know what's happening, what Ice Warrior is up to, share things on social media, individually or corporately. You can sponsor the expedition. So on the corporate side of things, if a company sponsors the expedition, then it's going to be great publicity for them in terms of contributing to something that's going to help save the planet, or at least to the science that will help that fact. People can become an ice warrior themselves, apply to become an ice warrior themselves, and it's a great project to be a part of. I would encourage people to have a look into it and see if one of those options to get involved is accessible for them, and if so, they should definitely go for it.